Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Live Wire Fantasy Football. We are brought to you by the Rise Network, which is the official platform for our show. Be sure to visit www.risenetworkus.com to view all the shows, bloggers, streamers, YouTubers that we have. Rise Network is a network that embraces everybody and everything with the focus on these three words: growth, ascension, and rise. You know what that's for, Colin?
Probably last night's game.
That too.
Oh, what else?
I lost every league I'm in this week.
Oh, I lost in heartbreaking fashion.
Every single league.
Wow.
4 leagues, 4 L's.
That's why it's so gray today in here.
It's gloomy. It's gloomy outside. The Lions got shit kicked on prime time. It's my birthday week, and I don't feel special.
I think you're special.
Thank you.
I was kidding, you fuck.
I think you're special.
There's my partner.
No, I think you're very special.
Thanks, Roderick.
But happy conclusion of week 2, fellas.
Not very
No,
happy.
it's not.
It's not a happy
It's
week.
just
No,
conclusion of week
conclusion,
2.
though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just conclusion. It's just conclusion.
we made it to 2 weeks of football, but we can look at the positive side. There has been no COVID
No
stoppages, no injuries, no crazy
Injuries? What are you talking about? There's a bunch of injuries.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Andy Dalton.
Yeah, and
the league's better without
Raheem Mostert, that doesn't matter.
Oh, it don't matter.
But yeah, so today, per usual, we're going to talk about our waiver claims, right?
Yeah, we're going to do waiver claims. We're going to do recap of the week. People who screwed us, people who did us dandy. We're going to talk about what we're looking forward to going on later in the week. And anything else that I'm missing?
I also have Sounds About Right for you guys.
Ah, yes. The sounds about right. One of my favorites.
And are we victory lapping this week too? You said you pulled up some receipts.
Oh, yeah. But we're victory lapping
What receipts?
from our previous shows.
Oh, yeah. We're going to...
Things that we've said that were right and
Yes.
things that we said
I got
where Colin was wrong.
Yeah, I got a couple things for you guys.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So let's first actually start with a recap of these past games. Let's start with last night's game, the Packers and Lions. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, I guess we could just dip into this, dip our toe into that, dip our finger into it. All right, the Lions suck balls.
The first half they looked okay though.
Yeah, they did.
And
so well.
Football is 2 halves. You gotta play 2 halves.
There's
to
2
win the
halves
game.
in football. That's facts.
Yeah.
Fantasy wise, let's talk about this game in this aspect. I think the pieces that you will be starting on the Lions, regardless, look good. Hawkinson caught another touchdown. Now he's obviously not going to do that every single week. But he's still getting the targets, still getting the catches, and still getting the yards. So Hawkinson, another solid start. I think he is slowly passing up Kittle into that tier 1 tight end position, being drafted in the first 2 rounds of next year's draft. That kind of thing for Hawk. So, bueno. Good job, TJ. Moving on, Jamal Williams, not the greatest game. Didn't find the end zone. Didn't have a whole lot of targets. It is what it is. Okay, I mean, you
either.
say that?
He didn't get much yards either.
No, he didn't. He didn't do well at all. And that's what I kind of expected from him. I mean, he's not going to be the 25-point person he was in week 1 every single week.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was interesting to see because it was still the same game plan as last week. I mean, the Lions pretty much just ran through 3 guys, and that was Jamal, Swift, and Hawkinson. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, Jamal Williams, he's not going to salvage most of his fantasy days unless he gets in the end zone.
Right.
I think that's what we're going to find out with Jamal Williams. But Hawk, yeah, like we saw with Hawk last night. He had 8 catches last night. I think he had 8 or 7 last week.
I think he had 8 both weeks.
Yeah, so I don't think he's as talented as Kittle is, but I think that he's getting the usage that Waller is kind of getting.
Right.
You know,
The
It's not gonna
10 plus targets a
yeah,
game.
yeah, and so I think Hawkinson well deservedly should be in the top 3, top 4 discussion at this point. And let's take it to Green Bay side. Aaron Jones, good bounce back game for him last night.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'd say he made up last night for 2 weeks worth of football. So good. If you are an Aaron Jones owner,
Probably
congratulations, man.
Me.
You, Colin, everybody but me. So
Who else do you not have? Derrick Henry?
I don't have Derrick Henry.
Damn. Looks like you must have lost in every league this week.
Well, talking about receipts, isn't this the guy who said that Joe Mixon's going to outscore Derrick Henry for the rest of the year?
Yeah, but we're not there yet.
I didn't say that.
I'm just saying. He
yeah.
brought up Derrick Henry. I think it's noted that everybody listening should realize that my partner said that Joe Mixon is going to outscore Derrick Henry for the rest of the year. Moving on.
Hey, I just want to say, we live in a world where we can't make bold takes anymore, you know?
Yeah, because we call you on your fucking bullshit.
Okay, but I didn't say that with any type of validation or anything. I just said,
Oh,
hey.
so you just say shit to say that. All right, here you go, guys.
I said I would not be surprised if Joe Mixon outscored.
Did he say
Derrick
that?
Henry. I don't know, Roddy. You have to pull up the receipt.
I'd like to play the playback.
I think
on
he
it.
said he would not be surprised.
I think I said that too.
Yeah,
I think he was like, Joe Mixon's going to outscore Derrick Henry, and then you and me started laughing.
I probably said I would not be surprised if Joe Mixon outscores.
And I said, and I said in the midst of him saying that, I was like, whoa, don't say it, and then he said it.
Hold on,
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right.
Anyways.
All right. Sunday night football.
Yeah, we can move on to Sunday. Swift had a decent game. Not great. Not good.
Oh, he had that hurdle though.
That was cool.
That counts as
That was cool. Rod, you see that?
I did see that. It was kind of a waste of just like.
yeah. Well, you didn't get fantasy points, but you got style
No, it was
points.
cool.
It was
It was
good.
cool. It was
Style
one of those
points.
plays where, as a fantasy owner, you're like, yeah,
Garbage points.
that's my guy. No.
Style points, bro.
Style
Style.
points.
Style.
It's
Style
one of
and
those things where, like me as a Najee Harris owner, when I seen him throw that man,
Throw that ball.
When I seen him throw that man, he took
okay,
him.
throw that man?
He took Abram and child's play.
Oh,
his
yeah,
ass.
yeah.
Put
That's
him
what
in
I'm
his
talking
place,
about.
dude.
And I'm
Put him-
happy.
And Abram's
It
a
was
hard
Abram.
hitter.
Yes.
Abram's a hard hitter. So he, huh?
Just keep going.
What?
I was gonna say not a good tackler, but
Hard hitter though.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Abram's just.
Yeah. You thought he was gonna come in, lay the wood.
You can't do that with a big boy like Najee.
Nah,
No.
just a
Can't
big
do
boy.
that.
So that was pretty cool. Style points. Those are the things that, as a fantasy owner, makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts' one-hand catch 2 weeks ago. Colin got all fuzzy about that.
No, I mean fantasy football. You like when your player gets you points, but it's a lot better when they do it in style. You know,
Yeah,
like Tyreek
yeah.
Hill.
There's a reason why-
70-yard touchdowns. Don't even get me going.
there's a reason why Colin loves Odell. It's
Right. Yep. Whoa. Lean back.
I like the guys that
did
have
he
juice.
catch that?
I like the guys that have juice. I mean,
No,
that's
he
all I
just,
can say.
dude, he likes, like, he's like a child who plays Madden, and Colin will draft whoever the cover athlete is of Madden every year. Like, that's just it. That's his guy going forward.
Who's on the cover this year?
He's on the cover of Madden this year.
Tom Brady. It was Tom Brady and Mahomes, right? It was combined.
I
It was-
did draft Tom Brady this year.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's 100% right. All right, moving on to Sunday night, we had the Chiefs Ravens. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Great game.
I loved it, every second of it. Oh, except for the part where Clyde Edwards-Helaire fumble. Oh, and except for the part that Patrick Mahomes tried to be a hero, and instead of just taking a sack like a normal quarterback, he decided to throw the ball into a triple covered receiver halfway to the ground already. So, like, Patrick Mahomes.
Like I said, you just hate him, and there's nothing that
There's reasons, though.
there's not reasons. This guy threw for 343 yards.
Oh my God. So does everybody else.
Who?
Literally, that's happened like 15 times this year already.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
But he does it on a consistent basis, and that's why he's.
I'm
so
sure. I mean, this is going to be a bad example because he shit the bed this week, but so does Dak.
good. Yeah, Dak's a great quarterback,
Yeah.
and
okay.
he has. And what does Dak and Patrick Mahomes have in
I
common?
mean, shit, at this point,
Terrible
at this
defenses.
point, Goff is up there with 300 yards plus.
all right, we cannot put Goff and Mahomes in the same category.
Exactly. That's my point. Stats don't mean anything. So let's look at the actual football play. And the football play is Mahomes just does so much shit where he thinks he's dun 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 Superman.
But-
and then he's like, I'm Patrick Mahomes. I can do anything. Fuck it. Tyreek down there somewhere.
Oh, I was waiting for it the whole
Fuck
game.
it. Tyreek down there somewhere.
He wasn't down there at all.
He
the whole
wasn't
game.
down there. And then what happens? Mahomes loses.
Okay, yeah.
When the system fails him, he fails the system.
No. That
When
was
the system
that-
fails him,
that-
he fails the system.
That was all defense. That game, that the Chiefs defense was a disaster.
I don't think they were that bad.
They were terrible.
It was
They weren't that
Lamar.
bad.
They were awful.
They
No,
eliminated
they were
the running
bad.
back rush.
they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
They did not.
Yeah, they did. The
They did
quarterback
not.
got all the
They
yards.
did not.
Ty Sound didn't have a great
The
game.
reason, dude. The
He had 80
reason.
yards.
The reason.
100 yards.
Yeah.
No shit.
The
He had
reason.
100 yards.
Hold on, let me look up the stat cast.
I'm
real
telling
quick.
you. I'm telling you. The reason why
had
the
100
Chiefs
total
lost
yards.
that game is because their defense. Like if you go back, and I'm serious. I'm
77.
serious right here. Think about this.
93 yards.
He had
93.
77 yards.
Oh, no, but I think the thing with the Chiefs was Lamar, he ran all over him, and that's what really lost the
that
game.
is every week, no matter what team it is.
That's the shitty part about it. Steve Spagnuolo and that defense they didn't have a strategy going to that game. The strategy
to stop the fastest quarterback in the NFL.
They didn't have that strategy.
So whose fault is that?
Defense.
No, it's
That's
Steve Spagnuolo's. How do you not have a scheme to stop the fastest quarterback in the NFL?
That's my point. That's my point. The defense failed. It was not Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
It was not Clyde Edwards-Helaire fumbling in the biggest situation. I'm not even going to stat here. 685 total snaps combined with LSU and Kansas City. How many fumbles does Clyde Edwards-Helaire have?
Probably 3.
One.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's not his fault. Yeah, that game was not his fault. It was
I understand that. I texted you that right away. I said I'm not over here because I had money on the Chiefs. Whatever. I'm not over here blaming Clyde Edwards-Helaire for the loss. I'm not doing that.
And it's not
I never
Mahomes'
said that.
loss.
I never said it is Mahomes' loss because you know what? I'll tell you exactly where the game went wrong. Okay, it was that 4th down and they went for it where he got out of the pocket. He had 2 guys trying to sack him. He did the same shit he did in the Super Bowl when he was getting sacked and he was basically parallel with the ground and he just fucking throws it. And in the Super Bowl, he almost got the touchdown. It was like the craziest throw I've ever seen. And it still might be the greatest incompletion I've ever seen. Hold on, let me finish. And then he does that shit again and throws it to a double covered Travis Kelce, who it was like the easiest pick they've ever gotten. What are you doing with that ball? Take the sack like every other National Football League quarterback.
Did you watch Aaron Rodgers in Week 1?
No.
Go back.
Didn't care about him.
Okay, well, go back and watch Aaron Rodgers.
33-0. 33-3.
Go back and watch Aaron Rodgers in Week 1 and see what he did with the ball. And you consider Aaron Rodgers to be one of the. You probably will say Aaron Rodgers is better than Patrick Mahomes in your opinion, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well, go back and watch Aaron Rodgers in Week 1, and then go back and see that one play that Patrick Mahomes did in Week 2 with his team.
Did you watch film on Aaron Rodgers or something?
No, I'm just saying. Go look at how Aaron Rodgers handled the ball and the passes that he made.
Dude, there's little conspiracies out there right now about Rodgers throwing the game Week 1.
Okay. Conspiracy, sure. You can think of that in your head, but every quarterback has those situations where they make those passes and they do that. So,
all right, I'm gonna give it to you guys how it is, straight and simple. The Chiefs defense, they play bend don't break.
Always have.
They bended pretty damn. They bended.
Yeah, they bended.
They bended, but at the end of the day, it was that Mahomes interception that was the turning point that gave Baltimore a chance to get back in the game.
Yep.
And then obviously the Clyde fumble was the cherry on top.
That was a cherry on top. It was the finisher.
But what I was so interested to see was that Tyreek Hill obviously only got 4 targets for like 15, 20 total yards, and Mahomes was still throwing the ball all over the Ravens defense. And the Ravens defense is one of the top 10 defenses in the league, even without Marcus Peters, who they just lost. But yeah, that's the thing. When you play Lamar, you can't game plan against him. You don't know when he's going to tuck and run the ball. You need a QB spy, and Chiefs sure as hell don't have any linebackers that can keep up with Lamar. And that's what it came down to. I was happy to see the Ravens actually come out and compete. I don't think the Raiders are that good of a team who they lost to Week 1.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see. This is what we want. The Ravens Chiefs, that's what it's been ever since Mahomes and Lamar got into this league. Came down to the last second. That's what you wanted. I don't think you can be upset either way about this game. Both defense looked terrible.
I'm happy they lost. If you ask me, like realistically, because it was the Chiefs are going 17-0. Fuck that. I don't want them to go 17-0.
No, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Lose a game because then that makes people realize that you guys are human. You guys aren't the best team in the league.
Right.
You can't lose to any team at any given week. So I think it was a humbling L.
I was going to say to you, this is good for the rivalry, for the sport of football too, because if the Chiefs won again, it would be tearing away from this awesome rivalry that they have going on, because it would be just like Michigan and Ohio State. If you don't win, in recent time, it doesn't become a rivalry anymore. So you know what? Lamar's 1-0 this year, and how is Mahomes going to get his leg back up on him? He's going to have to beat him in the playoffs. So, and Tyreek on Twitter was like, catch me when I see me.
Yeah.
I'll catch you when I see you.
Last thing for me, realistically, if we're talking, I think the Chiefs should be 0-2. Really. If I'm being honest, but I love them so much, I'm going to say they should be 2-0. The Browns had their number, and the Ravens, I think, had their number.
Oh, it's a tough schedule.
They were missing number 13, though, Week 1.
Also, Chris Jones is playing edge. He's never played the edge.
He's an inside guy.
Yeah, he's an inside guy playing the edge. He looked completely lost in that game.
He did. He looked really bad.
Did they sign someone or draft someone in the interior.
Oh, they drafted Nick Bolton, who was an inside linebacker, who played really well.
Played fantastic.
He made a lot of good plays, and they listen. If a linebacker's getting his name called, that's a good thing because your middle linebacker is supposed to be in on almost every tackle. But yeah, the Chris Jones, his chubby ass was on the outside. How out of place did he look?
He looked fucking lost.
I was like, hey, who's the really out of shape guy playing defensive end?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, Chris Jones is like, why?
yeah. Why?
Why?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's like Ndamukong Suh being a defensive end.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I guess he is, but
He was like 10 steps behind every single.
he's not quick enough.
He's not quick enough. And
Yeah.
Lamar was just killing him.
Yeah.
So, but
silly,
anyway.
silly by Spagnuolo gets my chump of the week.
Yeah.
Bad, and Mahomes, of course.
Wow.
All right.
Fantasy football.
Derrick Henry looked good.
Yeah.
Didn't have him in a single league. That was nice for him to go off. You
50.
kind of had to expect that come one of these.
Yeah, you knew it was coming, but my question to you is, do you anticipate him snagging the ball like out of the air like that going forward? Or is this a one-time
I
thing?
never really considered it a possibility coming into this year, but it is a new offensive coordinator. And Derrick Henry, he's not a bad receiver. It's just he never was targeted with Arthur Smith as the offensive coordinator. Maybe the new OC designed some plays for him. I don't think there were a few checkdowns towards the end of the game, but I saw he did have one design screen pass to him where he got like 30, 40 yards. And they have done that in the past, but I mean, it was his career high in yards and receptions. So I don't think it's something we can expect in the future, 6 catches for 60 yards. But yeah, he might get 1 or 2 catches. I don't know. I'm sure he didn't get too many catches week 1.
No, I think he got 0 week 1.
Yeah.
Which is up to par usually on Derrick Henry's stat line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to take everybody to our poll that we had throughout the week, and we like to check back up on the things that we did throughout the week. We made a poll with a confident start and wide receiver between Sterling Shepard, Jarvis Landry, Julio Jones, and Chris Godwin. And in the poll, Sterling Shepard came in last with a confident start, and in first was Chris Godwin. Sterling Shepard scored 7. I think he had a little over 17 points this week in fantasy. I think close to maybe that. I think it was 17 or 20.
Who's that?
I think he had over 20.
Over 20.
Who's
I think
that?
It's over Sterling Shepard.
Oh, okay.
So the question is, are we back on the Sterling Shepard train now, or was just the hype that we could just fade away?
I think you can feel good about him being your flex.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be their number 1 guy over there. Mm-hmm. And going forward, why not? If you have the argument at flex where you don't know what to do, you could throw him in there and probably be safe with a floor of at least 10.
Yeah.
He could probably get you 50 yards, 5 catches for 50 yards at the very least. Throws a touchdown in there, and now all of a sudden he's having a great week.
Yeah.
So he's got getaway speed. He can break over the top. If Daniel Jones can find him, it might be a good relationship there. But I don't trust Daniel Jones, not even a little bit.
So going to our running back now, Tony Pollard. We had a poll with Tony Pollard, and it was a confident start. Tony Pollard, Elijah Mitchell, Tyson Williams were the leading backs to play, and Tony Pollard was last on the list at 0% of a confident start. Tony Pollard scored, I think, he had 13 attempts and 109 yards and 1 touchdown. So is
that including his receiving?
Yes.
Okay.
Are we confident in Tony Pollard? If you're this, like, what's the running back situation in Dallas?
I think with Pollard, you're not confident yet, but you're definitely excited about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I checked the snap counts, and I think Zeke was well over 70, and Pollard was under 30, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But we were all watching that game, and Pollard has some serious juice.
Yeah.
He is quick. He looks fast. The Cowboys, when he gets on the field, though, that's the thing. The Cowboys design plays for him.
Yeah, it's a thing of Pollard's getting less work, but he's making more of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Zeke's getting more work than him, as he should. But every time Pollard, the ball gets in his hands and seems like he's doing something crazy with it. And it's always he's getting first down. He's making someone miss. He looks so explosive. He looks fast. Yeah. He looks like what Zeke used to look like.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. My question is, if they continue to do that and they say, hey, you know what? Listen, I know we pay Zeke a lot of money, but right now Tony's just getting it done. Maybe we're going to incorporate him more than Zeke, right? And if they go down that, I'm just saying, but if they go down that alleyway, there's a good chance that explosiveness, that juice that he has goes away, because obviously with more targets, with more touches, the less you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody runs for 5 carries and scores on every single one of those carries, it's just luck of the draw. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, yeah, he's got 5 carries, 5 touchdowns. That's insane. He's not going to do that every time he touches the ball if he's a starting back next week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just my point. Like, everyone's like, oh my God, 30% of the snaps, and look at what Pollard did. He got over 100 yards. So imagine if he got 60% of the snaps, he would get 200 yards. And it's like, that's just not the case.
True.
Yeah. So I wouldn't get too excited about him. I think teams are still scheming against Zeke, and I think they're definitely scheming against the pass. Obviously, it worked this week. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the Chargers secondary, dude. They're
healthy.
sick.
They're healthy.
Yeah, for once. Yeah.
For once.
They're good. The Chargers secondary is good.
Yep. You know what that means? Chiefs are fucked this week, but go ahead.
Are the Chiefs playing the Chargers this
Yeah, we
week?
just
That was
can't catch
funny,
a break.
Rod, that was the funniest shit you've ever said. I think.
Shut up. We just can't catch a break. But anyway, go
Yeah,
ahead.
you guys got a tough schedule off the rip.
I want to add, too, he did have 31 yards in receiving, too, Tony Pollard. So he had 140 yards total.
Oh, jeez.
I want to talk about you guys making a statement Thursday about the Giants. You guys talked about how you wanted to fade everybody on that offense in general. In particular, Colin made a good point. You guys were battling back and forth about it. He said, hey, fade Saquon. Saquon, I think, had like 8 or 9 points. Saquon owners, how should they feel?
I think I'm ready to go with Saquon. I'm ready to go. Gear him up, buckle up, let Saquon ride.
So you're ready. You're ready to go now with him.
I'm back.
So
with
you
Saquon.
faded him last week, which was a good call. You faded him.
Oh, I just knew that we saw what we expect from Saquon last week, and that's you break out that one big play or 1 or 2 big plays, and he had that 40-yard run. But obviously, he didn't get many catches, didn't get in the end zone, obviously. But he did. He was on the field for 80% of the time, and that's what you want to see. So I don't know who the Giants are playing next week, but
Atlanta.
I definitely. Oh yeah, fire Saquon up. I think he's back. I think you're all right with Saquon. Trust him. Start him. He's good to go.
I said last week it was tough for me to sit him. So
Yeah, you
I'm
did,
gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna
Obviously,
continue.
it's a tough sit. It's a tough sit.
When
with
if
Saquon,
he
but-
is in the starting lineup, I'm gonna be starting Saquon. I'm talking about the Giants. If he's in the starting lineups for the Giants, I'm starting Saquon. There's nothing in me that can convince myself otherwise to sit my first round pick. Like, it's just not going to happen for me. So, because you just know the second you sit him, guys, is the game he's going to go off for 40.
Yep.
He's going to get 10 catches. He's going to get 100 on the ground, 100 in the air, and he's going to get 3 scores.
Yep.
So, and that's how Saquon is, and that's why you drafted him. You drafted him for that boom aspect, right? Yeah. Consistency, consistent floor, where he was going to grab you 5 to 7 balls a game. He's going to get you at least 50 yards on the ground, 50 yards in the air, right? So his floor was always like 15 points. Now he gets in the end zone, and now he's sitting in the 20s, which is why previous years before this ACL injury, he was 1st overall, 2nd overall, 3rd overall, right?
Right.
So
I want to go to our wired numbers from last week now. I read you guys' numbers, and you guys chose some things to talk about. I want to first talk about Joe Mixon. This week, he had 20 carries.
Wait. Wait, hold on. Wait, how many carries?
He had 20 carries.
Rod, would you classify that as a lot of carries?
He did, because the prior week, he had 29 carries.
Career high, right?
It's second.
Okay, his penultimate
Yeah.
high. Okay.
Yes.
And so would you consider 20 carries to be a lot of carries?
I would consider that.
Would you consider that mass volume?
Yes.
Okay.
But he had 69 yards with 0 touchdowns.
Huh.
And prior to week 1, he had 127 yards and 1 touchdown. So I want to talk about that wired number real quick and talk about Colin.
I don't know what he's
Rod, how
doing.
Rod, how many catches did he get? You don't know?
I do not know.
I
pull it
know.
up.
I know what the answer is. Colin?
I'm going to pull it up.
Go ahead. Please let me know
No,
real quick.
you tell me 0,
let
and
me
I'll
know.
tell you you're wrong.
No, it's not 0.
You tell me 0.
It's not 0.
What is it?
He had 1.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It's 1. But remember, Rod, without Giovanni Bernard, Joe Mixon's going to catch the ball, Rod.
They did go up against the Bears defense, though. That's
I don't
pretty
give a fuck.
That was a circumstantial thing.
Why is that circumstantial?
Joe Burrow threw 3 boneheaded interceptions.
I don't give a fuck.
do you
Rod,
mean?
my
That takes
point
the
was
offense
from the
off the
beginning
field.
of this show, we
guys
might as
talking
well
about?
call this the Joe Mixon show, honestly, at this point. My point is, from the beginning, I told you that, yes, Joe Mixon will get volume. And yes, some games he's going to do what he did in week 1. He's going to cash in on those volumes. He's going to get a few goal line carries. He's going to punch it in the end zone. Yes. But a lot more often than not, it's going to be these fucking duds where he's dropping 7.9 fantasy points for you. Bullshit.
Clip all of this shit, Rod.
Clip it.
Clip
Clip
all
it.
of it.
I don't care. Clip it.
I can't wait to clip it. This is going to be great.
Clip it because I know for a fact you're going to get this shit out of Joe Mixon more than you won't.
All right, let's get a Colin rebuttal.
Joe Mixon carried 20 times for 69 yards.
Correct.
All other Bengals running backs, 0 carries, 0 yards. Samaje Perine, 0 catches, 0 yards. I was watching this game next to my good friend Brian Zolkowski. He had Joe Burrow, and I witnessed 3 straight drives that ended in an interception from Joe Burrow. Do you know how that killed the drive? That killed the drive. That killed
Completely kills it.
Yeah.
I would say so.
But you know what I'm saying? I don't care. Joe Mixon got 20 carries. I'll take
Which
that.
is a lot of carries. And
No.
what did he didn't do jack shit with
And what
them.
happens when Derrick Henry gets 20 carries and
You're
doesn't get
correct.
an end
No,
zone?
Colin's right though. The volume is there. I mean, Joe Mixon.
course.
It's just a matter of time before it. But I do agree though. Like what you said, going back to week 1, he can do this, but then he can give you 6 points. You know?
But my problem with him is
Yeah.
like here's the thing with Derrick Henry. Like Colin says, he wants to argue with Derrick Henry. Sure, I guarantee you, Derrick Henry don't finish with 9 points one more time this year. He did that once this year. It's not going to happen again. It's not going to happen again. You know why, Rod? Did the Titans win week 1?
They did not.
Did the Titans win week 2?
They did.
What's the difference?
They won.
So you're saying
No
the
shit. Why did they
Titans
win?
gonna
Because
win
Derrick
out?
Henry put up
Because
54
Derrick
points.
Henry controlled the offense.
Okay, yes, I agree. If
Controlled
the Titans
the game.
win every game the rest of the season, Derrick Henry will not score less.
No,
than
I'm
10
saying
points.
every time they're going to win every time that Derrick Henry goes nuts.
Yes, those are the splits.
All right.
Those are the splits.
That's
Titans-
my point. But that's
Titans
my
win,
point.
Derrick does well.
So your point was, oh, well, Derrick Henry gets 9. Yeah, Derrick Henry gets 9 once, maybe once more this year. Joe Mixon gets 28, maybe once more this year. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's go to Austin Eckler. In week 1, he had 0 targets. This week, in week 2, he had 9 targets. Just wanted to follow up on that. I know
Yeah.
that was a big thing we talked about, and he kind of turned it around, but we're not. I don't know if I'm all the way there yet with Austin Eckler.
He needs to get in the
What
end
he's doing.
zone.
He does.
He needs to get in the end zone. And I know he did week 1. That's great. It was on the ground. That's refreshing. He doesn't do that. But with those 9 targets, I need him to get in the end zone. He would have had a magnificent game. Magnificent game.
All right, so wide receivers now. CeeDee Lamb continues. He had 17 and a half points. He had 17 points again in a game with Dak. Remember we talked about that last week. He's averaged 17 and a half points in 5 starts with Dak as his starter. He's continuing. So CeeDee Lamb owners, wake up and smell the coffee.
At least somebody got points.
Yeah.
buddy.
But my question to you guys is, does this surprise you, as we talked about last week? Or Ristic, are you like, yeah, Coop and CeeDee Lamb, we could have expected this?
Well, I expected fireworks. I expected, remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but on fucking Sunday, I thought the game was going to be an absolute shootout.
Yeah,
It
I think
wasn't.
we all did.
At first, it looked good. It was 7-7 real quick. I was like, all right, here we go. But didn't turn out that way. I was a victim of the Coop Dak pairing. I have Coop Dak in almost every single one of my leagues, and that's why I lost in almost every single one of my leagues. So Coop is now hurt.
Is he?
Yeah, he's got bruised ribs, and McCarthy says on Wednesday we will reevaluate him and see where he's at.
That's never good.
Yes, granted, they do have the extra day to heal up. They're playing Monday night this week, so that's good. Interdivision rivalry against the Philadelphia Eagles, so, hopefully they get a little juiced up for that, albeit the Eagles defense is playing really well. So, again, I'm not too excited. So, for CeeDee Lamb next week, we got Gallup out. We have Coop out, potentially. I would assume that CeeDee's not going to get that 17 points because if the Eagles don't lock him down, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Goddard,
What?
right?
What?
Dallas Goddard, doesn't he play for the Cowboys?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. What?
that's Blake Jarwin.
Yeah,
Oh, is it
Goddard
Jarwin?
plays for the Eagles.
I thought he
Yeah.
played for the Cowboys. Oh, my mind.
That's racist.
Yeah. Anyway, running back or wide receivers. Last thing, 50% target shares we talked about last week between the Lions, Saints, and Colts. I don't think anything changed in week 2 with the receivers there. And then last thing in quarterback, Tannehill was sacked 6 times in week 1. He bounced back. Ristic, I wanted to follow up with you. Are you still confident with your MVP bet with Ryan Tannehill?
No. Next question.
I am more confident in my Rob Gronkowski bet to lead the league in touchdowns.
Okay, yeah, I like that a lot.
Where did you find that line at?
It was after week 1,
No,
actually.
but where?
DraftKings.
Interesting, because I would have liked to take that.
Yeah, it was
Not
plus,
with Gronk. I would have liked to take one to myself,
it was
but
plus 3,500 after he scored 2 touchdowns week 1.
All right.
you get what? You get 2 more this year? This week?
He got 4, yeah. I think he's leading the league in touchdowns.
He's
right
going
now.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
he is.
It's scary, man.
Yeah.
What Tom Brady and the Bucs are doing, it's like I just fuck.
A big tilt this week.
Yeah.
Brady and the Bucks versus Stafford and the Rams.
Stafford, baby.
And I was talking to Colin about it a little bit last night. Not to hop off the rails real quick, but if Stafford goes head to head with Brady in an absolute shootout and Stafford comes out on top, people are going to start talking about Matt in a very scary way.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. People are going to start acting crazy.
They already were off the first
That's what
game.
I'm saying. If he goes head to head with Brady in an absolute shootout, we're talking 38-35, Rams come out on top.
We'll see.
All right.
All right, sounds about right. Sounds about right. We did it last week. We're going to do it every week. Colin through the eyes. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. You're going to let me know if it sounds about right. First question, ready? Tom Brady is a shoo-in for fantasy teams going forward.
Sounds about right.
That's absolutely correct, yes.
But we know off the past years, Tom Brady always has been the best fantasy quarterback,
I found a stat yesterday that since the start of last season, Tom Brady leads all quarterbacks in touchdowns. All quarterbacks.
Really?
All quarterbacks in touchdowns since the start of last season.
Actually, I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, I
you
sent
shared
it to you.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean since the start? Like, so like a season plus 2 games worth?
Yes.
Okay. He had a good year last year. What about it?
I'm just asking if that sounds about right. I think it does.
What the fuck? All right, moving on.
Yeah, dude, that sounds right. He's the number one quarterback right now in fantasy, I think.
All right. At the end of the day, does this sound about right? You can't trust Jameis as a fantasy quarterback.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Risky, does that sound all right to you?
I don't think that sounds about right.
Oh, I remember. You got to clip that. What happened last week? Arista was ready to put $100 on Jameis Winston throwing 3 touchdowns.
Oh, shit, we were.
Sorry. I nullified it.
We fucked up.
I nullified
We're
it.
not going to talk about that.
No, we did nullify it.
Oh, Rob was in too. I forgot.
I was.
There's $100 coming your way.
It's okay, man.
No.
Oh, what a good guy. We'll buy you a Trop.
Really?
What? You can't afford Trop?
No. All right, sounds about right. Benching Clyde is something we as fantasy owners can think about.
Oh, yeah, you can. You can think. You can ponder on that one.
Unless you have a good ass running back.
That's about right.
I'll tell you what. I've got Clyde in the league, and
so do
I was texting my buddy. I was like, "Listen, I say we fire sale his ass right now." But I don't think you can because his value is not going to get any lower than it is right now.
Dude, that's for damn sure.
Can I ask why does everyone love him so much? I mean, I love him because he's a Chiefs, but like
because it's the Kareem Hunt effect, dude.
It's just the running back.
Everyone was just
offense.
hoping he could be what Kareem was.
no one can be that guy. I miss him. So
I
much.
don't know, but why? Who was the offensive coordinator there when he was there?
When Kareem was there?
Yeah, was it Andy Reid?
No. Andy Reid was the head coach.
Yeah, head coach, but he was calling the plays. No,
He was.
It's-
Eric
it-
Bieniemy was there.
Yeah, but I don't think he was calling. He didn't have the play calling duty.
So Andy Reid.
Yeah, and I think Bieniemy is now calling the plays. Correct?
50-50.
50-50? Okay, I'm actually asking you this. What is the difference between then and now? Because they used to incorporate Kareem Hunt.
Then
A
it
lot.
wasn't I don't think it was such a pass heavy as they are now.
So you think the emergence of Kelsey and
Tyreek,
Hill
McColl,
changes everything?
Mahomes, yeah. I think that changes everything.
Because back when Kareem was there, I mean, Mahomes, it was his coming out party.
Exactly.
So like Mahomes wasn't like the GOAT.
And their foundation was still off of Kareem Hunt in a way.
Oh yeah, it was.
Their
so
foundation now is off Tyreek Hill.
When they drafted Clyde, did you expect them to use him in the way that they're using him now?
No.
Not in between the 20s. They only use him in between the 20s. When they get to the red zone, he's fucking out. Jerick McKinnon come in. Darrell Williams come in.
It bothers the shit out of me. You have a running back that is great. I think he's fantastic. Fucking use him.
Shifty as quick.
Shifty.
Quick.
Like a
Sturdy.
bowling
He's a bowling ball.
Literally roll his ass up there.
And you're telling me you got a 3-yard end zone carry, and the guy who got you down there, you're not going to give him the chance to score?
I don't
That's
know.
bullshit, man.
I don't know, man. All
So
right.
I'm a little worried about him being a fantasy owner of him.
Okay. So does this sound about right? No running back for the Ravens is a confident start with Lamar at quarterback.
Sounds about wrong to me, Rod.
I don't understand the question.
Do you have trust in anyone starting at running back for the Ravens?
Considering the fact that Lamar Jackson is literally a running back.
Yeah, I traded Tyson for Clyde, and I would like Tyson back. So
Because of the fumble or just in general?
No, fuck the fumble. He sucks.
Okay.
I want Tyson back. So yes, I'm confident in Tyson. I'm sure you are too.
Yeah, I like Tyson.
All right. Sounds about right. Kyler Murray will finish as a top 3 quarterback in fantasy with such a hot start he's had so far to this year.
Yeah.
I agree.
He's
Hey, don't forget. This is the same Kyler we were talking about last year who had a hot start last year, and he didn't finish so well.
Yeah.
Did he cool down?
You got hurt.
He got hurt. I don't know what it was, but it seemed like he just couldn't figure it out.
You got hurt.
I personally think he ends up as number 1.
I do too.
He is ranked number 1 right now.
I think he wins MVP this year.
Really?
Yes, I do.
I don't think so.
Me neither.
I don't think the Cardinals have that good of a team, and obviously the MVP you have to have a good record. I don't think they're going to get above 10 wins this year.
They're 2-0.
They are 2-0.
About to be 3-0.
But they lost because the Vikings lost. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter how you lose.
Or they won because
They're undefeated.
the Vikings lost.
They're undefeated.
Yeah, a win's a win. That's the NFL for you. A win's a win. You'll take it however you can get it.
True. I saw that.
But they have not versed anyone spectacular yet.
All right. Last one before we get to our waiver wire pickups of the week. Does this sound about right? The Jaguars' offense is something to stay away from for your fantasy team.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Is there anybody on the Jaguars that you're confident with filling into your lineup?
Nope.
Nobody you're confident.
I obviously you can. I don't give a fuck about James Robinson, so you can talk about him if you want. I was a Laviska Shenault guy previously.
You were very high on him. Very.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's not like they've played good teams. They've played two really shitty teams.
Shitty.
And nothing's coming out of it.
Urban Meyer said, "Don't panic."
Yeah.
He said, "Don't
Don't
panic."
panic. I'm going to be in LA in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, he said, "Don't panic." Just let you know what he said, bro.
Yeah, well, they went 0-2, and I said he's going to leave this week. So we'll be able to look up. Breaking news here. I just did it for you. Breaking news. Urban Meyer goes to USC. Was just hired there. So by the time you guys hear this, guarantee it.
Colin?
That's a joke.
No, yeah, you don't.
Anybody on the Jaguars offense that you're like, how about Marvin Jones? How about DJ Shark? None of those guys? Trevor Lawrence? Do you think he's going to have a coming out party in a couple weeks? Yes, no, maybe so?
I could flex maybe those receivers, but I'm not confident in it.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Nothing.
So are you sitting James Robinson then? Most people's second-round pick?
I think I'm going to start Tyson Williams over James Robinson this week. But I'm holding on James Robinson. I'm not trading him, not selling him, because obviously he sucks right now. But Carlos Hyde finally got phased out of the game. So it's hopeful for James Robinson. I'm going to hold him, not going to start him probably. Wait and see what happens. That's my deal with James.
All right, so let's do our waiver wire pickups for this week. This is the crucial part of the show.
Let's go to the waiver wire.
Yes.
Rod, I want to actually start with you. Who are you picking up?
All right,
on the
so
waiver
I
wire?
have two this week. My first one that I'm going to give out is Cordell Patterson from the Atlanta Falcons. He had a fantastic game this week. He is rostered in about 14.7% of leagues, ESPN leagues. He had 7 attempts for 11 yards rushing, and then he had 5 receptions on 6 targets for 58 yards and a touchdown this week, averaging about 23 to 24 points in fantasy. Absolutely love Cordell Patterson. I like his shiftiness. I like how he's used in other areas aside from just being like a running back. He can be a wide receiver. I think he's a good flex play because the Atlanta Falcons offense is a big headache right now. You got Mike Davis, and you have the others that are surrounding Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts, his coming out party. We're still waiting for that. So I do like Cordell Patterson for a good pickup this week. Also, my last one is going to be Zach Moss. I like him a lot as well. A good goal line back. I don't like Devin Singletary much. I've never been really that big of a Devin Singletary lover. I like Zach Moss. He found the end zone twice last week, and I think he would be a good addition for any fantasy team who's looking to pick him up. To you guys.
Do you think that Cordell Patterson can continue that? First of all, the volume that he got last week, and second of all, his ability to find the end zone. Do you think he's going to be a staple in this offense, or was it a 1 week flash? Hey, there's Cordell. Remember when he used to be good? No, not really. Yeah, me either. And then back to where he was the rest of his career. Because he does this once a season.
He does. That's the fear, I guess. People are not picking him up. But like I said, there's so many moving pieces in the Atlanta Falcons offense. Maybe this is the guy they're like, okay, we can keep running with him. Because, I mean, Mike Davis is not really performing as we saw him perform with the Panthers. And if they find a piece and a role for Cordell Patterson, maybe they can just slide him into that role and ride with it. Obviously, fantasy is all about the hot hand, right? And if he's hot, hell, I'm going to ride it until he dies off. So, I mean, I'm riding it, and then we'll see. We'll go from there. We'll play on a week-by-week basis, literally.
Thanks. All right, Colin, let's see it.
I think Cordell Patterson is probably the biggest guy to get on the waiver wire right now. I'm kind of looking forward to see if they'll switch his eligibility to running back and receiver.
Yeah.
That would be interesting because obviously.
But technically, he's a running back now.
He is.
He is a running back now. He doesn't line up on the outside.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you're looking for a flex, I think Cordell Patterson is a great flex. But taking it to the quarterbacks, there is one quarterback I do like if I'm absolutely in the shitter in that spot, and it's Sam Darnold.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I had
Sam Darnold.
I had 2 quarterbacks on my list, and that was one of them.
2-0 Panthers.
Yeah, I
2-0 Panthers. Who are they?
He's got weapons, and as we all know, Adam Gase is a curse to anyone who he's coaching. I don't know where he's at right now. Isn't he like Alabama or something?
Adam Gase is currently coaching a high school team.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, he is, isn't he?
Probably 0-2, 0-3.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Sam Darnold,
Rod, can we look up his record actually after this?
Wait, whose record?
Adam Gase's high school team this year. Can
Yeah,
we look up the record?
no, but yeah, Sam Darnold, he hasn't done anything crazy, hasn't done anything bad. I'm not even sure if he's done has a turnover yet.
He hasn't.
But I think he looks good. He's got good weapons to throw to. Obviously, you got McCaffrey behind him. I think he's a safe quarterback if you're looking for someone to put up 20. I do.
I'll extend on the quarterback, and if you're in the shitter somehow, if you are for some goddamn reason starting Andy Dalton or Ryan Fitzpatrick, and you were looking for a replacement, or you're just in general, your league is a big quarterback league. Jared Goff is only rostered in 14% of leagues, and he had over 30 points week 1, and he had over 22 this week. And it sounds like he's going to be a safe play. He's going to be throwing the ball to Hawk. He's going to be throwing it to the running backs. He really likes Cephas. He's hooking up with him a lot. So he's a safe play for you, a high floor of 20, I would say, for Goff. So you could look in that direction. And then my other one is KJ Osborne from the Minnesota Vikings. So that's 2 weeks in a row of him having a great game. This week he found the end zone, so it helped him out a lot more in the points category. But he had 9 targets last week and 6 this week. So, I mean, he's getting the ball even with Thielen and Jay Jettas there. So, he's getting the yards. And if he finds the end zone again like he did this week, I mean, he's a good play. He could be a flex. So, that's someone to look out for. Roger laughing. Do we have a record?
Adam Gase's team that he coaches for is 1-3.
Oh, there's no fucking way, dude.
There's no way.
There's no fucking
Are you serious?
0-3 in their league.
No way.
Where's he coaching at?
Lincoln High School, the Lincoln Rail Splitters, Ypsilanti, Michigan.
He's in Michigan?
Yes.
Oh my
yes, he coaches for the Lincoln
Why
football
didn't the
team.
D-Zone letting us know
And
about
they're 1-3. They're 1-3.
That's fucking hilarious. Dude, that guy's literally cursed.
Oh yeah,
he's
he
cursed.
yeah, this is the team he's on.
Is he the head coach?
He's the offensive coordinator.
He went from head coach to offensive coordinator in high school. That is the most devastating drop in the ranks maybe ever.
This guy was a head coach in the NFL last year, and he's an offensive.
I swear to you, like they're bad. They're bad
in high school. And he's 1-3.
He's 1-3, 0-3 in his league conference.
0-3 in league play. So you can cross them off the playoffs.
Yeah, dude, that's funny.
Oh my
I was
God.
dying here. What you guys are doing. Like, it's just that's terrible.
Dude, you know he walks around the fucking locker room all like,
Yeah,
man,
okay.
I'm gay.
Oh, his eyes are wide
Yeah,
open.
and you know he starts every sentence with, "Well, back on the Jets, we used to do like every single time." He'd
but you guys didn't win a game?
You know, on the Jets, we did this. He's like, he goes up in his quarterback room. He'll have a quarterback meeting. He'll be like, "Listen, here's the thing. I see a lot of Sam Darnold in you. Okay, like it's a good thing. Here, look at it this way. You know, when I was coaching Sam, this is what I guarantee you. He recalls back to his NFL time every single time he makes a point, and it's probably fucking hilarious."
And that's why they are 1-3.
Yep. Oh my God, that's good.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you for
fun.
that, Rod.
Yeah, you guys wanted it. You got it. Adam Gase is 1-3 as
The best
offensive coordinator
producer in the land.
for Lincoln High School. Is located in Ypsilanti, Michigan. So if you want to go check out a game,
Yeah, we should go take a roadie, man.
go check out Adam Gase, baby.
We should go take a roadie.
Wow. But yeah, that's I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to you guys' waiver while your pickups.
It's
I was
okay,
too
yeah.
busy
Not
looking
much,
up Adam
man.
Gase's record.
Go pick up Dustin Hopkins if you are looking for a kicker. That guy's a flex.
Yes, but I did want to say you guys did have also a pretty good week this week when it comes to fantasy stuff. You guys did make some good calls. Julio Jones, Bristic, bounce back week. He had a fantastic game. Mike Williams, big play today, or big play for the weekend.
I had a good week. I had a good week predicting shit in the show.
Colin, I think his biggest hammer was the Arizona and Minnesota Vikings over. That was a big hit.
Big hit. Hit in
Dalvin
the first half.
Dalvin Cook, rushing yards.
Total yards, yeah.
Total yards. That was a big hit. So you guys, we had a pretty good week for some things overall. In
Hey,
general.
guys, listen, listeners, don't don't fuck around, man. We know what we're talking about.
I hit my parlay this week.
Rod, don't let Rod get hot. He hit a parlay.
I hit a parlay.
He hit the people's parlay.
Yeah. Cowboys money line, baby.
Cowboys money line.
Yeah.
The Rod took a plus money line in a parlay, and it worked. Hey, don't underestimate us, man. All we do is watch football. Our sad lives revolve around watching this game.
Yeah.
All right, and we take what we see and we run an algorithm in our head. We're superhumans. We're super calculators. We're smart. We run it through our head, and then we boom, spit out the numbers to you guys. We spit out the facts, okay? You know what? I guarantee this week we hit another parlay.
Yep.
One of us three will.
One of us three will.
We're just guarantee it.
I guarantee
it. Guarantee it or your money back.
So we're not saying, oh, no, we suck again today, are we? Did you say?
We suck again. You don't suck.
I want to know. Or
so the team in the shower.
Group hog in the shower tonight.
Group hog in the shower tonight. Not us. You and the rest of the people who told you group hog in the shower tonight.
Rod,
for us, we suck again.
Old group hug. You can do whatever you want.
I don't know how I sit here and do a podcast with you guys.
I don't know either.
It is great. It's great. I love every second.
But I will say I did miss both my parlays by only one leg each. And I know, hey, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and I get it. But I like to see that we're working towards something. We could build on it.
Anything else for today, guys?
I think that's a wrap, man.
That's a wrap.
All right, so we'll be back Thursday.
We'll be back Thursday.
Yep.
We'll have our DFS plays. We'll have
projections
for the week to come.
Prop
we
bets.
will talk about the Thursday night game, which is really shitty next week.
Once again.
We're going to have our prop plays.
I'll have the producers wire some numbers for you guys.
Producers wire again, of course. We might come up with another segment by then.
Yep.
And then Sunday show again every Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be doing the whole 9 yards. The prop bets again, parlays, the people's parlay. Tune in, call in on Sundays, ask us questions live on Periscope, do the whole thing. Thanks for tuning in again, guys. We sign off.